Welcome to my CTE Truth Series. It's finally here at last. I promise you that you will get the truth about center to edge aiming right here. You will get the one and only true, real version of CTE by way of a series of videos that I will refer to from this time on as my CTE Truth Series. Now there's a couple of very strong reasons as to why I'm sharing this very valuable CTE information with you online. Number one, concerning my previous work with CTE for DVD 1 and DVD 2, I stated very clearly that if there were ever any updates concerning my work with CTE, that I would publish that information online free of charge for you to have. So, here we go with that. Number two, I have a CTE book that is available. It's a very strong body of work that spans about 14 years of study with that topic. My book is comprised of 75,000 words plus, 147 diagrams, 358 images, and about 1,050 shots. If you like what you see in this Truth Series, I think that you'll love what you find in my book. But CTE is very different and it's very odd. That's no secret. I want you to have an opportunity to be able to take this Truth Series and use it as a vehicle for taking a very strong look into the world of center to edge so that you can make an informed decision as to whether or not you want to lay out the cash for my CTE book. I would not be here if it were not for Hal Hoole and his declaration that 3 aim lines make all shots. It's true. 3 aim lines can handle nearly every cue ball object ball relationship on a 2x1 table. That's a very profound statement. And make no mistake about it, that is why we are here. 3 aim lines make all shots. During Hal's early work with CTE, he made a connection, a tie-in, if you will, between table geometry and perception for how we see cue ball object ball relationships on a 2x1 table for the purpose of pocketing balls. Concerning table geometry, Hal identified 3 critical angles that are inherent to any 2x1 table. A 45-degree angle that runs from the corner of the pocket to the center of the side pocket. A 30-degree angle that runs from the nose of the cushion in front of the center diamond to directly in back of the pocket for my diamond table. And then there's the 15-degree angle that runs from the nose of the cushion in front of the first diamond on that rail to directly in front of the side pocket. These 3 angles, 15, 30, and 45, are crucial for geometric play on a 2x1 table. There are actually 4 sets of these lines on this table. 4 sets of these angles, 15, 30, and 45. If we were to change a regulation table to something other than a 2x1 table, in other words, changing the dimensions so that they're something that's not 2x1, we're going to disturb the geometry of the table. We're no longer going to have these angles, 45, 30, and 15. So these angles, the 45, the 30, and the 15, have a very special relationship to this corner pocket up here. This corner pocket up here, as you know, is a right angle. these lines, these three lines, each one of them have a special relationship to a right angle. The right angle that exists at that corner pocket. It's obvious when we place the cue ball on this line that it has a straight route right to that right angle. But I can assure you that during my early work with CTE, I wasn't aware of the exact relationship that these two lines had to that right angle. It was much later in my work that it popped out at me as to what relationship they had. When I placed the cue ball on this 30-degree line, we have a 4-rail route around the table. 1, 2, 3, 4 for connecting with this right angle. And then for the 15, the connection can be described as a 2-rail route for connecting with this right angle. 15 plus 30 plus 45 equals 90. Hoole took the numbers that he used for his table angles, 15, 30, and 45, and made a connection into the world of perception. I want to make it very clear that Hoole did not ever consider using the fractional numbers of 14, 30, and 49. Those numbers are associated with a conventional basic fractional system whereby one places their nose directly behind the center of the cue ball for aiming purposes. Hal went with 15, 30, and 45. You see, in the world of centered edge aiming, you don't aim with the center of the cue ball. You aim with one of two edges, the left edge or the right edge, at one of 3 object ball aim points, A, B, or C, always from left to right, A, B, or C. These aim points always face directly toward the object ball and never toward a pocket. Now, it's only logical that if you aim with the edge of the cue ball, one edge of the cue ball or the other, then your vision is going to have to be offset away from center, either to the right, left, or either to the right, depending upon the cut direction. So Hoole had entered into a world of offset alignments. Hoole took the numbers 15, 30, and 45 and worked with the objective aspects of a cue ball and an object ball for describing 3 perceptions that connect with a regulation table. Let's go through the left cut perspectives for the 3 perceptions, 15, 30, and 45. And let's take a look at their aim lines. The 15-degree aim line is left cue ball edge to object ball A. The 30-degree aim line is left cue ball edge to object ball B. The 45-degree aim line is left cue ball edge to 1/16 inch of this 1/16 of an inch shy of object ball C. More about that later. The right cut perspectives for 15, 30, and 45 are, for the 15, right cue ball edge to object ball C, right cue ball edge to object ball B, right cue ball edge to 1/16 of an inch shy of object ball A. There you have it, 3 lines that make all shots, handle nearly all shots. What you're going to be learning during your work with CTE is how to use lines for learning repeatable perceptions that connect with the right angles of a regulation table. We're going to build sort of one line at a time kind of thing. Today we're working with aim lines. Now, let's just put this right here. I want to put this here, 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 and here. Now we have a cue ball that has a relationship with 3 object balls on a 2x1 plane surface. Let's look at cue ball object ball relationship number 1. The relationship of the one ball to that left upper corner or right angle is left cue ball edge to object ball B. So the relationship of the 1 to this right angle is a 30-degree perception with an aim line of left cue ball edge to object ball B. This cue ball object ball relationship also provides us with a connection to this pocket in the form of a bank using a 15-degree perception of left cue ball edge to object ball A. For that same relationship, we can use a 45-degree perception for connecting with this right angle, right cue ball edge to object ball A for connecting with this right angle. Let's look at the 2 ball. The 2 ball has a 30-degree relationship to that right angle. Right cue ball edge to object ball B. This cue ball object ball relationship also has a 2-rail bank as a relationship to this right angle. I have an option here. I can use a 30-degree perception, right cue ball edge to object ball B, or I can use right cue ball edge to object ball C as a 15-degree perception. The cue ball object ball relationship again for the blue ball is a 15-degree relationship to this corner pocket. So that would be left cue ball edge to object ball A. Now let's say I wanted to do a 2-rail bank to that pocket. I could do left cue ball edge to object ball B for producing a 2-rail bank for that pocket. Let's look at the 3 ball. Side pockets technically have 2 right angles. This cue ball object ball relationship has a 45-degree relationship to that pocket, left cue ball edge to object ball C. We have a 30-degree relationship between these 2 balls. Right edge to object ball B for a bank, 1-rail bank to that corner. And finally, to wrap this little exercise up, there's a 2-rail bank option to this pocket by using a 15-degree relationship, right cue ball edge to object ball C. I think you're beginning to get the idea. There's a zillion possible cue ball object ball relationships on the surface of this 2x1 table. And the 15, 30, and 45-degree aim line can handle most every single one of them. If I were to move these balls around just by a little bit, We're still going to find a bunch of right angles by using the aim lines for 15, 30, and 45. I appreciate your attention so much for this lesson, for this opening lesson in my Truth series. I do want to make one very quick comment. If you like what you see in this Truth series, I would sincerely appreciate your public support. Thank you so much, and I'm going to be seeing you. I look forward to it in my next Truth Series video too.